Hey guys, this is Goku, and on this channel we talk about poker and ideas that can improve your life. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and click the subscribe button because I'll be honored to have you here. Today we're gonna jump into another GTO trainer session. We're playing the spot Big Blind Call versus Button Open. We are 176 hands into this spot, and we're aiming for 500 hands, and of course for little less EV loss, because right now we are at minus 32.8 BBs of EV loss per 100 hands compared to the GTO. So I would love to see it more close to minus 20 towards the end, but we'll see. We haven't had a perfect session yet. Maybe today it will happen. So let's jump right into it. And for our first hand, we've got 5 deuce of diamonds on a 4, 10, 10. We're gonna check and fold to the bet. Now we've got Jack Queen on an Ace 4 Queen. We're gonna check, call the 3/4 pot bet. 7 of hearts on the turn. I think we're checking. Yeah, 100% of the time. Villain continues betting. I think we fold our queen here. Yeah, 5% of the time we should stay, but probably with raising rather than calling. But we've got 8 deuce of hearts now on a Jack for 8. We're gonna check and call that bet 2. Now hit 2 pair on the turn. Do we sometimes lead here? Probably so. But I'm gonna check and go for a check raise. Yep, the villain does overbet the pot now, so we're just gonna shove it. And surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, because we've had spots like that before, the solver actually prefers just calling. Shoving is small EV loss, but we can see the solver never shoving here with our hand. But okay, let's go to the next one. Ace deuce off on a 6 for queen. We're gonna check. Villain checks behind. 7 of hearts on the turn. We're gonna bet a third of the pot. And this is a 50-50 split between betting a third and checking. Ace on the river. I think we're gonna check now. And we shouldn't check, we should actually donk bet it 96% of the time. We can see checking is fine EV-wise, but very small part of the strategy. So if we hit an ace on such a board, we should just donk bet it the majority of time. 7-6 off on a 7 king 10. We're checking, calling the bet. 9 of diamonds on the turn. We're checking again. And we're folding. Ace-6 off on a 3-7 king. We're checking. And calling or folding? Do we call here with ace high? I think we do one bet. Yeah, 18% of the time only. 8 of clubs on the turn. Maybe we should bet. Let's see. Nope, we should check. Betting is medium EV loss and very, very rare part of the strategy. We're checking now on the river, and villain takes the pot with a 7. 8 deuce of clubs on a 4 deuce jack. We're checking and calling. 10 of clubs on the turn. We're checking again. Villain checks behind. Ace of hearts on the river, and maybe this is a donk bet. Okay, it's not. Should rather be a check, but donk bet is a small part of the strategy. We get raised, so we fold. 10-3 of clubs on a 6-7 deuce. We're checking. Villain checks behind. We have a 5 of diamonds on the turn. Do we bet at this now? Probably so, but 3/4? Nope, we should rather overbet 78% of the time. Betting 3/4 is fine, but 12% of the strategy. 9-8 of clubs on a 9-6 king. We're checking. Villain checks behind, so we got a bet now. Bet 4.5, or rather bet 2, probably bet 2. Yep, it's a check 60% of the time, bet 240. And a 4 of hearts on the river means we're gonna check, I think. Nope, we should rather donk bet it. But we're calling the bet 5. And villain's got about a 9. Okay. King 5 of diamonds on a king 7-6. We're checking and calling. Jack of hearts on the turn. We're checking again. And calling again. Or folding. I think we're calling again. Yep. Ace of hearts on the river. We're gonna check for the 3rd time. And should we call here or fold? Probably most of the time we're folding. Yeah, 80% we're folding, 20% we're calling. Okay. 7 jack off on a queen jack queen. We're checking and calling. Another queen on the turn. We're checking again. Oh, we should donk bet it here. Actually, 84% of the time. So we're gonna donk bet now on the river. And villain calls with a straight. Jack 9 off on a 7 queen 7. We're checking. Villain checks behind. Another 7 on the turn. We're betting 2 now. Should rather check. But betting is fine EV-wise. 6-10 off on a deuce 7-3. We're checking and folding. 5 jack off on a 3 queen 6. Check, fold. Queen 9 of spades on a 4-4-7. We're checking. And calling the 5 bet. The bet 5 or folding. I would rather fold here. But I'm afraid the solver's gonna like checking, but we're gonna like calling, but I'm folding here. Okay, we should be folding here. So good. King deuce off on a 5 jack 5. We're checking. Villain checks behind. 8 of hearts on the turn. We're checking again, I guess. Yeah. Villain checks behind, and we're checking on the 6 of diamonds. And folding to the bet. 9 deuce of diamonds on an ace deuce 10. We're folding. Should rather be calling 99% of the time. Folding is a medium EV loss and just 1% of the strategy. So 9 deuce suited here is enough to call an 80% bet by the villain, which is quite interesting. Perhaps it's because of the diamond, I don't know, but ace 9 of hearts on an ace 10-4, we're gonna check and call. 5 of hearts on the turn. We're gonna bet sometimes here or check again. Probably check. Yeah. Villain continues betting. We're gonna call the bet. Surprisingly, the solver likes raising here, 78% of the time. Which is very weird for me because every time I think it's a raise, it's not a raise. and every time I think it's a clear call, it's a clear raise. So I guess I just gotta switch my calling and raising and it will be fine. 10 of clubs on the river. I think we check now. Or maybe dunk bet. Okay, it's a third pot bet. Here 27% of the time, checking 14%. So we're dunk betting or over betting the rest, probably dunk betting. But the villain now shoves, and we call this with ace-9 suited. I think we do, right? Nope. We should rather fold 96% of the time. Calling is very bad. Minus 5 BBs of EV loss. And just 4% play. Yeah, I guess because of the fact that the flush only came on the turn, the villain's got too many tens in his range and not enough flushes or missed straight gut shots. But the villain was bluffing actually, probably was bluffing, right? Shoving here with ace-8, but yeah, it shouldn't be a call, it should be a fold, guys. 9-6 off on a 3-9 ace, we're checking and folding. Ace-7 off on a 9-king-king, we're checking. I'm probably calling one bet. Yeah. Queen of diamonds on the turn. We're folding to the bet. Queen 8 on a 7-jack-5. We're gonna check. Villain checks behind. Hit our 8 on the turn. And we're gonna bet 3/4. It's a very rare play. Small EV loss. Checking is the ideal play, 29% of the time, but 70% we are betting either a third of the pot bet or over betting. I wonder which. But we got raised to 13 BBs, so I'm gonna fold. 6-4 off on a 6-deuce-king. We're checking and calling. 7 of clubs on the turn. We're checking. Villain checks as well. 9 of diamonds on the river. We're checking. Okay, so this is a dunk bet. We gotta get this dunk bet drilled down into our heads, because yeah, I'm not doing that enough for sure. I mean, it should be 100%. What do we do when the villain bets 8 now? I think we fold. We're not gonna know. Ace-10 off on a 9-deuce-4. We're checking and calling. Another 9 on the turn. We're checking again. Villain checks as well. And a 5 of diamonds means we're gonna dunk bet it now. And this time it should be a check. And we're folding to the re-raise. 8-5 of diamonds on an 8-4-4. We're gonna check. Call the bet. Another 4 on the turn. We're checking again. Calling the bet. And jack on the river means we're checking for the third time. And the villain checks behind. Ace-5 of diamonds on an ace-8-3. We're gonna check. Call the bet. Queen of diamonds on the turn. We're gonna check again. Villain checks behind. And there's another ace on the river. And I think we're done betting here. Okay, should rather be over betting 79% of the time. It's not a donk bet type of spot. Solver is only donk betting here 1% of the time. And 79 we're over betting, so that's what we should do. We played our 25 hands for the day, so let's exit the session. And again, not the greatest EV loss, minus 35. And again, this session would actually be pretty fine if it wasn't for this one big mistake where we called an all-in with the ace-9 suited, and we should be folding 96% of the time here. Yeah. Okay, well, hopefully next session we can avoid having another huge mistake, and we can have a nice minus 5 BBs or minus 10 BBs of EV loss session. Yeah, I have my thumbs crossed for that. And thank you very much for watching. If you stayed this long, please leave a comment below. You can just write GTO or ask any question you might have. Subscribe to this channel if you're not already. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching this video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Do you want to learn how to play PLO? Are you a beginner player who's never played Omaha before? Do you want to learn how to crush casual players easily? If so, this course is perfect for you. It's a crash course on Pot Limit Omaha dedicated for beginner players. You will learn all the fundamentals of PLO. You will learn what hands to play, when to play them, and how to play them. You will learn the basic strategies that allow you to be a winning player at your home games or microstakes online. If you want to learn PLO quickly and easily, get this course now at gokupoker.com.